Let's see. We've got a lot of people holding. Why don't we go next to our caller from the 954 area code? Caller from 954. Who's this? Where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Zach. I'm calling from Naples, Florida.
Oh, hey, what's going on, Zach? Hey, let me ask you something. What's the temperature in Naples right now? Because I might be down in that part of that neck of the woods in February, and I'm wondering how warm it's going to be.
Oh, it's been about 75, 80.
That's
That's pretty
sounding pretty
good.
good. What's
That's
the
that's
water
the
temperature
average.
right now?
Oh, I don't know. I've been stuck inside all the time, so I wouldn't be able to tell you.
All right. Well, maybe after you can get a thermometer in the water there and report back to me. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. What's going on?
So, after seeing, watched the address last night by Trump, and over the whole presidency, I've kind of realized that a lot of assumptions are made that the president is going to do things in good faith and use restraint or common sense. And I'm wondering, after this whole debacle, especially with him teasing the idea of declaring a national emergency, would it be possible to put some more rules in place in the future so that things that are it's such a moral gray area to say what is right and wrong, but some of the stuff just objectively is, I mean, it's just crazy.
Give
Is
me an
there a way
example.
to
What
kind
kind
of
of rules are you thinking of?
maybe a more specific description of the power of not declaring a national emergency, or I don't know, a literacy test for the president? It's
Literacy,
just
the
some of the stuff.
literacy test is an interesting one, particularly because of the dark history of literacy tests in the United States, right? Like it's funny that we're
Yeah,
thinking about it because we've got a moron for president, but in most American history, the idea of literacy tests was actually floated to disenfranchise the disproportionately poor and minorities. So I mean, I completely am on board with you that I question Trump's intellectual abilities and cognitive abilities. I don't think a literacy test is going to fly, though.
yeah, because that was my thought. I was thinking, literacy test for something, but then that flashed in my mind that it disenfranchises people. But or maybe even something along the lines of the way that his administration, when acknowledging the press, right, no politician tells the truth, but the amount of misinformation and purposeful misleading of the public, is that, can that be quantified? Can that
I
have
think it's
anything
tough.
attached to it
I
to
think
kind
it's
of
tough.
prevent it?
Here's the thing. We had a voicemail on the Wednesday show that said, also, what about what about a constitutional amendment to require some previous elected office to be eligible for president? And with all of this stuff, what you're bringing up, what that caller brought up on Wednesday's show, my instinct is not that we need more restrictions on who can be president or on presidential power. We need to realize that we have to be more responsible when it comes to who we vote in. And that includes, if you didn't vote, you should vote because only half the country votes. And merely by increasing voter
Yeah.
turnout, we would have been able to prevent the atrocity that is the Donald Trump presidency. So my instinct is not to try to make more laws or put in more regulations about the presidency. It's to fight for a more informed electorate that would never elect such a buffoon in the first place. That's how I would focus my energy on the problem.
Yeah, it's probably more restrictions is kind of a later ditch effort when we can try to improve ourselves, I guess,
Yeah, and it's just
at
very
first.
hard because any restriction that you think would only hurt the other side or be a completely reasonable minimum restriction, things can change and it can end up kind of backfiring and not really working well. So I would hesitate to do anything like that. But glad you're thinking about this stuff, Zach. Thank you for the call.
Thank you.
All right. Hope to hear from you again.